What's up, shifters? Welcome back to Shifting Lanes. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a very special day with our lovely friend Chad, of course. We are here at Island Dragway, and we have been here, well, not many times. We were here about 2 years ago when I fried my clutch, and that was not a fun day. What we're doing here tonight is we're getting a baseline on this car. And this, of course, is my 2016 Volvo V60 Polestar. Apparently it runs 13.5 out of the box at 102 at the quarter mile. So we're gonna see if that is correct. Chad has brought his 2015 Ford Mustang GT with a whole bunch of work done before we do a whole bunch of work to it, because it's sitting at around what, 500 horsepower
at the crank.
At the crank, and it's
at the wheels.
Yep, 450 at the wheel. So we have basically his baseline of normal bolt-ons, and what we're going to do is we're going to see how fast he is, how fast I am. Can I beat him tonight? Because I have launch control and an automatic and a point and go, pretty much idiot-proof car. He's got all-wheel drive. Yeah, he's got manual transmission, rear-wheel drive. He's gonna be kind of slipping it, figuring it out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna hop in the cars, we're gonna go stage, and we're gonna make sure that we got everything sort of in line before we do this. And we'll see if I can beat a Mustang GT tonight, because last time out, like I said, it sort of went like this.
Disturbingly far distance away from me. I hope his car's okay.
So yeah, not the greatest, but since I've sold the V70R and I got this, we'll see how it goes. So my goal is to get this thing into the 13s tonight, because it is absolutely gorgeous. You can probably see the weather is immaculate. It's perfect boost weather. It's like 60 degrees, low humidity. Let's hop in the cars, let's go stage, and we're gonna figure out exactly what we gotta do, and then we'll rip our first runs. Actually, before we do that, I couldn't help but notice my lovely shirt here. We have new merch in our store. There's a link in the description below. We'll also put it right here. It's spring.com/shiftinglanes, I think. Either way, it'll be in the description or on your screen with whatever you're looking at right now. And you can go pick up this shirt. This is our Shifting Lanes logo shirt with a little bit of Swedish flair. You can see the Swedish colors and a little Swedish flag in the bottom there. We also have it in USA trim. So if you want to pick either of those up, you can. If you go into this, if you want to go do this as well and help support the channel, that would be huge. We also have a ton of other stuff that has to do with this new sort of thing we're doing. For the Sweden thing, we have water bottles, we have etched pint glasses, we have hoodies, shirts, women's shirts, everything you could ever want. Go check it out in the description below. With that said, we're gonna go stage and we'll see you in a bit. All right, so real quick before we get going, we're finally going. Car is actually still pretty warm, so happy about that. Chad is 2 cars in front of me. Basically what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna be going, ripping down the quarter mile each and every time. So we should be able to get 3 or 4 runs in, hopefully. My car, like I said, bone stock, 13.5 at 102. And that's what we're hoping to get. I mean, I'm hoping to just get into the 13s. That's my goal for tonight, is because this is a lot easier to drive than a V70R. There's, you know, no clutch to worry about, no stick shift. It's literally just kind of point and go. I'm gonna be using the paddle shifters because I do have a little bit of a secret weapon here, is with the launch control in this car, if you start it in 2nd gear, you get a better boost. It actually goes up near like 3 grand, 3,200, as opposed to 1st gear, which only lets you launch at 2,000 RPM. So what I'm gonna try to do is the first run, I'm actually gonna launch it in 2nd gear to see how quick it is, and then the 2nd run, I'll launch it in 1st gear to see if there's any difference. I'm sure there will be, but I'm just curious as to what happens. Also, there's a semi truck in front of us, and I'm probably gonna get some footage of that because it's hilarious. Wasn't kidding. Literally a big rig going down a drag strip. What is even happening? But anyway, with all that said, I'm gonna toss the helmet on. I'm gonna try to have my phone shoot forward. So let's hit it. Okay, so that was totally the opposite. I did it in first gear. So next time I'm gonna ride in second gear for the launch. So launch it in first gear. I think I ran a low 14s actually. Oh yes, that's right, 13.3 beat his ass. Basically, this is now 0.2 faster than it is listed as stock. So 3.348 is what I got. You did a 14.1 because let's be honest.
No, a 14.0.
14.0.
Babied on the babied second gear.
Yeah,
short
so
shifted third gear, lifted before the end.
Excuses. I'm hearing nothing but excuses.
Listen, mine actually requires that thing we're calling skill, as opposed to, he might as well have a PlayStation controller in his hand.
Anyway, this is listed at 13.5. Like I've said, I think 1,000 times in this video, at 102. I did 13.348 at 103.8, and I'll drop the slip right here so you guys can see it. Now I'm gonna try the secret weapon, which is I launched this in first. Now we're gonna try launching it in second because apparently you get a better RPM. What happens, Chad, and this is what I didn't tell you, is in second gear.
Wait, hold on, launching in second is your secret weapon?
Yes, because in first, this thing holds at about 2,000 RPM, but in second, it holds at 3,200. So you're already in like a good boost range in second. Because it has a torque converter, it can actually do that with like pretty good consistency without wearing it out. Your next goal is to get into the 13s, which, let's be honest, you have a 10th to knock off, which is nothing. Let's hop back in, we're gonna do another run. Chad's gonna beat me. Let's see if I can beat him again, because if we leave here by the end of the night, then I can use the title, I beat a Mustang GT. All right, here we go. All right, well, I think that one went better. So it felt better in second gear. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Slower. Very interesting. I thought it was gonna be quicker. Interesting. So 3.418. Still faster than stock, but not as quick as launching in first gear. So on this next run, I'm gonna launch in first gear again and see if I can get faster than a 3.3. All right, so the last run, of course, the last run that I did was against the GT500, and I wasn't recording Mustang GT500, and I beat him. Hugely beat him off the line, and then I just don't think he could hook up. It's a little cold out here, and he just, I think he's on just street tires, so he probably couldn't hook up very well. But right now we're going for the last run of the night. This is run 4. So I've done a 13.3, a 13.4, and a 13.3, super consistent. I'm hoping that because it's dropped in temperature a little bit, we can get a 13.2 out of it. I think that was actually the slowest one of the night, because when I shifted from first to second on that launch, it did not do well. It didn't have a good reaction time either. Did not have a good run that time, I do not think. Hello! Chad's car's cooling down. My car's pretty decent. But we got the man, the myth, the legend, so close to 12s. So close to 12s. 13-0. So I was just telling the GoPro, I can use the clickbait title. I did beat you twice.
Yeah, I got greedy on the last run. I went to so I've been using launch control in a certain way. I've been lightly getting it up to RPM. So I've been trying to like ease up to it and kind of get to like half or ish throttle.
Yeah.
And then coming off the clutch like that. This time I was like, all right, let me not use the launch control because launch control only goes to like $3,000.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me try this. And it got way over $3,000, way too early. And I was a little quick on the clutch. So it was,
now it's time for the parts cannon and to get this thing into the 11s.
Let's get into 12s first because
no.
I want to be able to do
11s.
that when it's not perfect out.
Yeah. But this thing ran flawlessly. I'm really excited with what kind of platform this is and what we can do with this car. I'm excited to see what Chad can do with his tons of parts too. And he's excited. I'm excited. This is a great trip, honestly. So let's do this. Let's go back to the house. Let's cut to the next day because then we can just sort of analyze the slips a little bit better. All right, so it is the next day, actually the next night, and the car is flawless. Nothing happened to it. It went to its first drag strip ever, I believe. This was a one owner car before me, and I don't think he ever took it to the track. So conditions were really good, but I was not expecting it to be better than stock, honestly. And I missed one thing, as I wanted to get it in sport mode. I did not do that. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for doing 13.348, my best time. What I'm gonna do, this is still my daily driver. I wanna make this the most perfect car that I can for me. So I'm gonna try to shoot for like 400, 450 horsepower. If we can get it to 500, that would be awesome. I think this thing with 500 horsepower would be bananas. So the next thing I'm probably gonna do to this thing is get a tune from Hilton Tuning and a downpipe from 88 Fab. So that is my plan for the next stage of this. That's essentially my stage one, even though it'll probably be like a stage two in tuning terms. After that, I'll probably do an intake manifold as well as an intake. I know that's just for noises. It doesn't really do a lot to these cars performance-wise, but it'll at least help it breathe a little bit better. And maybe bigger injectors, ported head, stuff like that. The next video I bring to you will be a POV drive of me shutting up and just driving. No words, just a back road blast in this thing, which I think you guys will have a blast watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow us again, anywhere, it's at Shifting Lanes. You can follow me at RealGregsonM. And don't forget, we are broadcasting live every Monday at 8 Eastern on our Facebook page and our third YouTube channel, Shifting Lanes Live. All of that information is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. I gotta get some sleep. I'm exhausted. I will catch you in the next one. See ya.